Ashewan te ashe.
Osi ochuman ti ase. Mombo munsem.
Your Royal Majesty and members of the royal household, members of the government of Ghana, all distinguished chiefs and leaders of the many groups of the region, members of the diplomatic corps, members of the government delegation accompanying me here, and members of the delegation from Trinidad and Tobago, including my wife, Sharon.
Come here.
Citizens of Ghana, particularly those of the young students, and all those of you who have come out in this very bright and warm weather to welcome my delegation from across the Atlantic. Fellow Africans, it's an honor to have received your invitation to join you on this very auspicious occasion of Ghana's independence, and to have been brought to this place of such great history, and to have heard of your passage. I come to you today accepting this invitation in great humility and wonderment. And my mission is to shorten the distance between Trinidad and Tobago and Ghana. Many, many years ago, the people from which I came, you and those who occupied these lands in Africa, we were separated by force. And today, at the end of the year of return, which you hosted here in Ghana, I join you in accepting the belief that we are always one. In my country, we are represented by people of all races, from all over the world. But a significant component of our people of Trinidad and Tobago are people of African ancestry. Our history, Ghana and Trinidad and Tobago, is combined. Before Ghana achieved its liberation from the colonial masters, there were very strong and powerful voices from Trinidad and Tobago that advocated that the people of the Gold Coast should be free and independent. You would have heard the voice of George Padmore of Trinidad and Tobago. You would have heard the words of C.L.R. James of Trinidad and Tobago. And you would have heard the words of Dr. Eric Eustace Williams, the founding father of the independent nation of Trinidad and Tobago. And when Ghana became the first of the colonies to have attained independence, you became a beacon of hope and an example to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, who also aspired to take off the colonial shackles. So at our independence, Dr. Williams said to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, pointing across the Atlantic to you here in Africa, to you here in the Ghana, and said, if Ghana can do it, Trinidad and Tobago can do it too. And so today we believe that we not only can do it, but that we must do it together. Our cultural antecedents have been presented to us here today, and we see such great similarities. While those of us across on the western side of the Atlantic have lost some of it, rest assured, we have not lost all of it, and we have also invented along the way. Today, it is with great honor that I represent all the people of Trinidad and Tobago, holding out to all the people of Ghana the promise that we can work together, that we must work together, because the world today is demanding that unity and purpose of all our people. We see possibilities as we saw at your independence. We know of many of our people who came here to Ghana and served in very many positions. Some were teachers, some were lawyers, some were doctors, some were philosophers, some were traders. But we allow the distance to stymie the growth and the explosion of our promise. We speak today as Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago and as President of Ghana of the need and the requirement and the commitment to shorten those distances and to ensure that what was sown out of the incidents of history must bloom for the future of our children and our nation. So we'll cooperate in education. Our universities in Trinidad and Tobago have done and remain poised to provide training to Ghanaians who are preparing to enter an industry in which Trinidad and Tobago has been in for over a century. And we welcome you to the University of Trinidad and Tobago and the University of the West Indies. We look at the history of our economics and realize that there was a time when we in Trinidad and Tobago relied, as you do here now, on the production of cocoa. And over time, we lost those skills and lost those plantations. But the international markets are still there. And as Trinidad and Tobago look to encouraging others in our nation to grow more cocoa, we remember that the Cocoa Research Unit is in Trinidad and Tobago for decades, supported by Ghana and other cocoa-producing nations. And we intend to continue to cooperate. And we look forward to Ghana becoming the world's largest producer of cocoa. And as you produce all that cocoa, we of Trinidad and Tobago will continue to produce our fine and flavor cocoa, which is blended with yours to make the finest product known in this area. And ladies and gentlemen, children, we look forward to combining in diplomacy, encouraging Trinidad and Tobago and the CARICOM to stand with and speak with the AU, because the OAU represents all our people, and as we come together, we are stronger and better for it. In agriculture, we as a Caribbean nation had experienced the production of species that you have here in Africa, which you have commonplace here in Ghana. And the food security that you enjoy, we too would like to continue to enjoy that. We have lost some of those species, and I have brought with me my advisor in agriculture, and we are setting the stage to obtain from you significant planting material to restart our agriculture in the production of ground provisions. We look forward to the technical assistance, and we look forward to feeding ourselves in Trinidad on that beautiful white Ghanaian yam that you serve us whenever we're here. Culturally, everything is identified by our behavior as cultural entities. And we look forward to receiving in Trinidad and Tobago the vibrancy, the bounce, the dance, and the theater of Ghana. And we look forward to sending you our steel band so that you can hear the instrument which was invented in Trinidad and Tobago, the only instrument invented in the 20th century, invented in Trinidad and Tobago. You will hear it here in Ghana in the not too distant future. Fellow Africans, Ghanaians, all West Indian people here in Ghana, citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, one of whom danced here this evening. There was a lady who danced here, invited to dance. She is the daughter of a former Attorney General of Trinidad and Tobago, accidentally picked up, but shown that if you pick up by accident in a crowd, Trinidad and Tobago and Ghana, join as we did here this evening. We will continue at the level of governments to seek all the opportunities to get closer. We in Trinidad and Tobago know that our largest bank, Republic Bank, crossed the Atlantic, came to Ghana, and is today providing you with banking services. And we look forward to investments in Trinidad and Tobago from Ghanaians, as Trinidad and Tobago private sector look forward to visiting you and investing here in Ghana. And the day will come when you will know as commonplace the label made in Trinidad and Tobago, because we are a manufacturing nation, as we will accept the label made in Ghana. Today, ladies and gentlemen, as you celebrate your independence, as we join you in celebrating independence, as we look forward to overcoming all the challenges that we face, we are twice as strong when we know that wherever we go, you stand with us, you stand behind us, we stand with you, and we work together as a team. My presence here today is symbolic of the teamwork that we anticipate between Trinidad and Tobago and Ghana, at home in our countries and abroad in foreign capitals. So I want to thank you very sincerely for inviting me and my delegation and my country to this very special occasion, and for remembering that as you invite all of the diaspora to come home to Ghana, that Trinidad and Tobago is a part of that cavalcade. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Royal Highness, Your Royal Majesty, members of the household of the King, members of this land of Africa, thank you, and may God bless us. May God continue, and long live the Shaman. Long live Oshema. Long live the people of Ghana. And may God bless all the people of Ghana and all the people of Trinidad and Tobago.